India, a subcontinent with a 5,000-year-old history. A land where history echoes itself with all its wonders in every piece of stone and every particle of dust. India is a land of enormous variety in the world. India is fortunate in possessing one of the world's extensive and fertile lands, where unique earthy roots, precious woods, aromatic spices, exotic flowers, balsamic resins, and scented grasses grow. India is blessed with plenty of sunshine and sunshine vitamin, that is vitamin D. But vitamin D has been taken for granted, and until recently, little attention has been focused on its important role for adult bone health and for the prevention of many chronic diseases. Now, the time has changed. With change in time, vitamin D has become symbolic of a great Indian paradox. India is now a home to a growing epidemic of vitamin D deficiency. Indians get enough of sun, but not sunshine vitamin. 94% of Indians are vitamin D deficient. Time has changed, so is the requirement of vitamin D. With change in lifestyle, smoking, obesity, increased air pollution, increased usage of sunscreen application has further increased vitamin D deficiency. It is important to know the facts that sunscreen with SPF 15 reduces vitamin D synthesis by 99%. Obesity causes 50% less production of vitamin D. Aging reduces vitamin D synthesis by 75%. For the first time in India, Mayor Selage introduces the Sunshine Vitamin Ultra D3. Ultra D3 is essential, simple, safe. Vitamin D affects 200 genes of the body. Vitamin D helps in prevention of various chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, chronic muscle pain, osteoarthritis and osteoporosis, cancer, asthma, multiple sclerosis, skin diseases. Vitamin D deficiency leads to increased insulin resistance and pancreatic beta cell dysfunction, which in turn increases diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Vitamin D deficiency leads to increased parathyroid hormone level that leads to increased inflammation and increases atherosclerosis and hence increases adverse cardiovascular events. Vitamin D deficiency leads to increased stimulation of RAS that leads to increased hypertension and hypertrophy. Thus, vitamin D deficiency leads to increased adverse cardiovascular events. % prevalence of metabolic syndrome is associated with hypovitaminosis D. How does vitamin D act in diabetes? Vitamin D acts directly on human insulin gene and activates its action. Vitamin D gets converted to its active metabolite calcitriol. Calcitriol acts on vitamin D receptor of beta cells of pancreas and converts proinsulin to insulin and increases insulin release. Thus, vitamin D improves beta cell function, increases insulin secretion, increases insulin receptor and improves insulin sensitivity. Vitamin D is a non-traditional cardiovascular risk factor. Vitamin D deficiency leads to twofold increased risk of myocardial infarction and cardiovascular deaths. Vitamin D deficiency is associated with 3 to 6-fold increased risk of developing incident hypertension. How does vitamin D act in cardiovascular diseases? Vitamin D improves vascular health. Vitamin D suppresses renin gene expression, thus prevents hypertension, heart attack, and stroke. Vitamin D prevents atherosclerosis by prevention of foam cell formation and arterial calcification. In the process of atherosclerosis, vitamin D prevents oxidized LDL engulfed by macrophages and thus prevents formation of foam cell and thus prevents atherosclerosis. Vitamin D suppresses cardiovascular events through anti-inflammatory function. Thus, vitamin D is unique in the field of nutrition because of the range of its pleiotropic effects. A pattern is emerging where higher doses of vitamin D have greater effects on regulatory molecules of the immune system. Scientists call for global policy change on vitamin D. Vigilance of one's vitamin D status by the yearly measurement of 25-hydroxy-D should be part of annual physical examination. 1000 IU vitamin D is required to achieve 30 nanogram per ml concentration. 1000 IU per day is approved by US FDA. So now it's time to prescribe Ultra D3. Ultra D3 is essential as prevalence of vitamin D deficiency is increasing. Deficiency associated with various chronic diseases. Ultra D3 is simple as it is body's own vitamin. Ultra D3 is safe in various chronic diseases. Ultra D3 is India's first brand with preferred form of cholecalciferol in 1000 IU. First time in India by Celege, a division of Mayer Organics.